Fluffy couscous, crunchy vegetables, plus a salty and sweet peanut dressing create a versatile couscous salad recipe that will be delicious however you choose to make it. Ready in 5 minutes with hot water or 30 minutes with cold water, you can meal prep it in a jar or enjoy it at home. Hello, I'm Catherine. Bryan's behind the camera, and we have been making this couscous salad recipe so often this summer because it's just too convenient. You saw us take it on a cottage trip and use the cold soak pour over method, but we've also been making it at home with the hot water 5-minute method. So I'm going to show you what this one is all about, and hit that subscribe button if you're already excited. The couscous you'll be looking for this recipe is Moroccan style couscous. Israeli couscous or pearled couscous is much larger, so it takes longer to cook. You could of course make this recipe with Israeli couscous, but the cold soak method won't be an option. Usually this Moroccan style couscous will say instant on the package or cooks in 5 minutes. And typically the way to prepare it is to combine equal parts boiling water with the couscous and let it rehydrate for just 5 minutes. What makes this recipe so versatile though is that these little balls of pasta have been pre-steamed, dried, and packaged, which means they can be rehydrated in cold water and be safe to eat. We've been able to find this whole wheat version of this instant couscous because, like I mentioned before, this is a form of pasta. So it's made from durum semolina flour, and it is a wheat grain, which means it's not gluten-free like quinoa, which is a seed. Today I'm going to use the whole wheat version to show you how to make this recipe because we've actually enjoyed the flavor a bit better. It's a little more nutty, and it happens to have more fiber and protein too. To meal prep this recipe in a jar, start with the dressing. Add 2 tablespoons peanut butter, 1 tablespoon tamari or soy sauce, 3/4 tablespoon rice vinegar, 3/4 tablespoon maple syrup or liquid sweetener of choice, half a teaspoon chili garlic sauce, and 1 tablespoon hot water to thin the sauce. Stir to combine evenly. Next, add 3/4 cup uncooked Moroccan style couscous, 1 cup raw thinly sliced broccoli florets, 1 raw and thinly sliced carrot, and half a cup cooked and shelled edamame for more protein. Refrigerate until you're ready to eat, and then pour 3/4 cup water into the jar. With boiling water, your salad is ready after just 5 minutes. With cold water, it will be ready to eat in 30 minutes. Give it a good stir to incorporate that delicious peanut dressing at the bottom, toss in any extra garnishes you'd like, and dig in. If you don't need to meal prep this and you just want to make it at home, then combine the couscous and water in a separate bowl, let stand for 5 minutes until all the water has been absorbed, and then fluff with a fork. And you can mix the dressing in a separate bowl, and if you're using raw veggies, just toss everything together. If raw veggies aren't your thing though, you can saute the veggies on the stovetop with whatever protein you choose, and then add the couscous and the dressing, and you'll have a warm couscous salad. I mean, does it get more convenient and versatile than that? Let's get Bryan in here for a taste test, and I'll give you a few more tips as well.
Dinner? Oh yeah, so good.
You went straight in for a second bite. That's a good sign.
Yeah, the whole wheat couscous, it tastes a little nuttier, I think.
Yeah, we liked it better than the regular one. And then this couscous in here in these bowls was cold soaked. Do you want to try that one and see if you can taste a difference between the couscous? That's the hot soaked one.
It tastes a little more soaked.
Yeah, like a little softer.
I really can't, it's not that big of a difference.
Yeah, even the veggies get like a little more cooked. So most often we make it hot when we have it at home. If you use the hot soak method, it definitely is a little bit softer, a little bit fluffier, the couscous, but the cold soak method is also perfectly fine. If you're on the go and you need a nourishing meal and you don't have access to hot water, this is such a great way to keep yourself fueled and not eat just, a granola bar or something. You can have an actual meal. And I actually found out about this from our friend Sheelagh, who has a great channel about all of her adventures as a bicycle traveler. And she's also a nutritionist. So she's a great resource for how to keep yourself nourished when you're cycling around the world, or just in general too.
The year we got married, Sheelagh cycled from Scotland to Croatia.
Yeah.
That's a lot of pedaling.
That's a lot of pedaling.
Sheelagh, kudos.
And if you are cycling across the world, then maybe you skip the wet dressing and you could probably just add dry seasonings to the couscous. Then that would flavor it enough for you. And I have actually made a version of this with my balsamic dressing that's in our pasta salad in a jar recipe. So if you're kind of like a lighter balsamic person, then try that. And in that recipe, I use chickpeas as a protein source. So same thing, you can switch up the protein source in here, use a bean. If you're making it at home, you could do tofu or tempeh and switch up the vegetables to suit what you like best. I say that this recipe serves 1 to 2 people. If you have a larger appetite, you could eat this whole amount, but usually Bryan and I share this amount, and you could tell that it makes pretty good sized portions from each of these plates. Usually if we're out and about, then we just dump this into a bowl, or also just eat it out of the jar because we're married and we can do that. But if you have a smaller appetite and you want to meal prep this, you could split it between 2 smaller jars, or just eat half one day, put it back in the fridge, and eat half the second day.
Good timing for back to school, back to work.
I would have eaten way better in university.
Yeah.
If I knew how to make this.
Be like Ghost of Catherine Future.
Yeah.
Should bring her couscous.
Okay, like one day you will nourish yourself properly. You won't be iron deficient.
University Catherine will be so grateful and thankful.
Do you know the cost of this one? Do you want to try and guess?
I think all in maybe $2.10.
Oh, $2.56. The couscous cost me about 55 cents, and the dressing 60 cents, and then the rest is the veggies. That's not including the avocado, because that adds like $2.50 to this. But it's our dinner tonight, so we're going all out.
University Bryan probably would have been better at school.
Probably. He got by. He still has nightmares that he doesn't graduate university.
Along with my mouth guard tears.
Bryan constantly freaks out and thinks that he's swallowing his mouth guard in the middle of the night and wakes up like,
I'll have this dream where I just don't have enough courses and I gotta rush to get them in before I graduate. So I'm taking like 15 courses in my last semester. Why? Why does that happen? I hate those dreams.
Sleep well tonight. Coming up next week, we'll have a lasagna for you, a lentil lasagna. So hit that subscribe button, like, comment, share, do all of those things to help our channel grow, and we will see you when we're making lasagna next week.
And if you know any starving university kids, tell them about this recipe. We'll really help them out.
Yeah.